So we also went to some panels.
We did.
Why don't you go first? Because I don't really know too much about the panels you went to. I think I've told you about mine a little bit, but how about we go with you?
The main reason I went to, I can't even remember. I think it's called Hot Takes.
Okay.
Or
Yes, this happened
Hot
last
Takes.
year as well, right?
Happened last year, and the
Yeah.
reason I went to it primarily is because our friend Sam Stoitsis was part of the panel. Last year was his first time, and I spoke to him prior to it. He was a little bit of a nervous wreck. Not wreck. He was nervous, very nervous. And I caught up with him again before this year's, and the difference in him and the change in his confidence and his whole demeanor was 1,000% more calm and collected. He was still nervous, obviously. Anyone's going to be a little bit nervous before going on stage, but you're on stage with like 5 other people and a host, and they basically just ask questions and they eat hot, spicy foods and whatever. Anyway, it was a really good panel. I wish I actually knew more about it, but I think it was generosity or something along the lines. And they anyway, it went for an hour, and in that hour, they managed to raise $10,000.
Oh, so good.
Which was really, really cool. And it was a lot of fun too, like watching everyone up there. They were having a laugh.
How much did they do last year? Around the same?
I think last year was about 8.5, which I think their goal last year was 5, and they got 8.5, so it was huge.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they broke that record again this year and hit the 10K mark, which is wild.
Yeah.
And then I think that was a lot of fun. We had a laugh. And the other one I went to was panel for Beyond Blue, and it was basically press pause and how gaming has a positive impact on mental health and things like that. And again, Sam was a part of that. Yeah. No, not in a bad sense. I think we've talked about it before in terms of having outlets and stuff like that. Again, he was part of it, and yeah, it was good. It was actually really insightful because he had obviously Stam up there. He's got his own story. Hutto, Jack Hutto was up there, and Nat. I've seen him on.
Yeah, you always find
so many times.
Yeah.
Nat's what I reckon Clint is his name.
Clint knows.
Clint always knows. I literally look at Clint every time. I'm like, hey, what was his name? He's like, oh, Nat. Nat's what I reckon was his handle. Nice. And they've all got their story, and because they come from different parts of the gaming world, right? And it was really cool just to see how it had all impacted their lives in a positive way and in a negative way, and like how they worked to balance between that. And I mean, you and I have discussed this before as well. Like, you can get locked in too much sometimes, and then it becomes part of your life too much. But finding that balance, a healthy balance for mental health, I think that's what it was all about. And they had some really great insight, which I thoroughly enjoyed. So that was actually the last thing I did on Sunday. That was the last panel I went to, and that was the last part of PAX, and then it was pretty much a wrap after that.
It was honestly crazy how fast this weekend went.
And now it's Tuesday. Wait.
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, now it's Tuesday. And we're sitting here doing a podcast we literally discussed 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
Nice. Time, ladies and gentlemen, time.
Yeah, nice.